Hello and welcome to OutTakes. My name is Lori Baker, and I have as our guest today the wonderful Patsy Pease. She plays Kimberly Brady Donovan on Days of Our Lives. She's been on the show long-term from 1984 to 1992, and since then has had several guest starring appearances on the show ever since, including episodes that are airing right now in tribute to Frances Reed. Patsy also played Sissy Mitchell Centel on Search for Tomorrow from 1979 to 1983. She won the Soap Opera Digest Award for Best Actress in 1986 for Days of Our Lives, and along with co-star Charles Shaughnessy, won the Best Super Couple Award in 1986 and again in 1988. In 1996, she played the role of Patricia Fennell on Young and the Restless, and she has been included in the recent We Love Soaps list as one of the greatest soap opera actresses of all time. Patsy has survived 4 spinal surgeries and works regularly with support groups to help people recover from similar ordeals. A little later in the show, we're going to be taking callers. Please call 347-989-0605 to speak to Patsy. For anyone new to Blog Talk Radio, please make sure and press 1 when the recording prompts you to speak to the host. Otherwise, I'm going to think that you're simply listening in by phone, and I'm not going to want to call on you if I don't know if you actually want to talk or ask a question. So make sure that you press 1 if you do want to talk. There is a chat room available, and if you register with Blog Talk Radio, you will be able to participate in the chat and ask questions to the chat room, and I'll try to get to them. Okay, with all that being said, Patsy, welcome.
Thank you so much. That is quite a resume. I don't even recognize that person you just described. I'm so impressed with myself. Ouch. I have to sit back and register what all I've done. Oh, my goodness.
Well, it was all you. It was all you, so.
Is that all me? Oh, my Lord. Are you sure? You've done your homework. Lori, I'm impressed with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, it was actually easy because I have watched you on Days since the very first episode when you were in Tony DeMira's pet house taking a shower, and he walks in on you naked in the, in the bedroom as Kimberly. So I have watched you on the show, and it was easy research because I felt, you know.
How embarrassing for a debut on daytime. I hope there are no younger listeners out there. And saying there's a naked woman, her first debut is very naked under the sheets.
Well, you know, that's probably pretty standard for, you know, daytime TV stuff, you know.
Nowadays, but in 1984, I mean, there were program practices that were very, very stern about those things. You know, they were making sure no toes were revealed and no elbows sticking out. There were very big tiskers and taskers back then.
Yeah, they probably lowered their scruples since then about that sort of thing.
Oh, I think they're dozing back there in the booth right now nowadays. I think they take nap times.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk all about Days, and I know we're going to have callers, and people are also going to be wanting to talk about it. But first, I do want to talk to you about a cause that I know is really dear to your heart, which involves helping people recover from traumatic health problems and injuries. Mm-hmm. I can tell you just from looking at your pictures, your modeling pictures on MySpace, on your MySpace page and on your Facebook page, I'm seeing you in these dancer poses and these gymnast poses, and you just look so, you know, you look so great. And then in your bio, you talked about all these surgeries you've had to go through and the road to recovery, and how did you do it?
Mm-hmm. I've had 4 spinal surgeries and 2 fusions. I'm fused between C3 through C7, that's in my neck, and L4, L5, that's the lower spine. It has not been easy. I would not wish it on anyone, the road to recovery. It's been tedious and a lot of what's called active stretching. It's been a lot of resistance training, Pilates, hydrotherapy, any kind of exercise in water. any kind of, and when I say active stretching, I mean stretching while also strengthening the muscle. It's lengthening and strengthening simultaneously. So obviously working with physical therapists who are very, very trained at what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like your background in dance really helped you with that?
Yes. Form is everything. If you don't have the correct form, it doesn't matter what any exercise you're doing, you can do it 100 times with improper form, and you'll either hurt yourself at worst, or at best, you won't get any results at all.
Uh-huh.
You can do it proper form. You can do 3 exercises. You can do 3 reps with proper form and get more out of it than doing 30 times with improper form.
Gotcha. So what advice would you give to someone who has had to go through that something similar to what you have?
Easy does it. 1 day at a time, 1 stretch at a time, 1 inch at a time, 1 step at a time. It takes baby steps, and I had to lower my expectations. I was coming from, I've been an athlete all my life, so to all of a sudden go from being an athlete to being in a wheelchair, it took a great hit to my pride. I think the thing to recover from first was my pride. My body would heal. My pride took the greatest hit of all. And so the first thing that I had to address was, you're not going to be doing triple pirouettes in the air from a wheelchair, Pat. You can just give it up. So you're going to have to start from where you are today and celebrate the little tiny things you do from the reality of where you are today, and learn to celebrate that. And don't expect to be Nureyev or some great athlete or who you're not, and don't set yourself up for failure. And that's what I had to learn, was set myself up for success, not failure.
Uh-huh. Well, when times were at your most challenging, what did you do to give yourself a boost in spirits to keep going on with those small steps?
When times are most challenging, I would rent. There were movies that I'd rent. Sometimes I have them. I don't have a list with me now, but I think you can find. There's movies. Pay It Forward. There's so many. You find, and only you know what means something to you. I get it. Some people get it through CDs. You can listen to a song. Some people get it through music. It's whatever makes your heart feel a little bit lighter.
Uh-huh.
There's a movie called, I think it's called Without Limits. It's the story of this runner, and I know I'm kind of butchering the title. I'm looking for it as we speak. If it's music, if it's a book, here it is. I'm looking in my